Hello everybody, it is Thursday, June 24th, I don't know why I'm saying that question. Yeah, it's June 24th, I'm still saying like a question because I still don't know. Yeah, I'm posting a day late, sorry about that. I know that it's been a little off the past, well actually all month I've been pretty spot on with Wednesdays, I think. Sorry, oh my god, I'm tired today. I woke up at like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. on my off day to take my car into the shop, which turned out to be useless. Anyways, yeah, so I got my last, I think this is all my Pride shirts. I think I wore 4 of them. I wore the We Are All Human, and then I wore the Not a Phase shirt, and then I wore the men's symbol and the woman's symbol intertwined shirt, tank top, and then I'm wearing the shirt that I kind of not made fun of, but just kind of said is kind of contradictive of how I feel, which is I don't even know if you can see it very well. I don't because I know it's kind of out of frame or it kind of gets bunched up. Because I kind of looked at it before I turned on the camera, but it says what did it say? If you play for both teams, you'll always win. It's gonna mean, I'm bi, so I like guys and girls, but I had said last week that that's kind of contradictory of how I feel because guys and girls kind of tend to run when I say I'm bi, or when they find out I'm bi or whatever. So the life of a bisexual person. I've made several videos about that, so I'm not going to talk about that this week. This week I want to talk about what I said at the very tail end of my last video, which is thanking the older generations for what they've done for us, for the younger generation, for the new generation, for generations to come. I'm going to be wincing in pain this whole video. I had my, sorry, just quick sidebar. I had my second vein ablation today, and they did a vein that was right in between like my groin and my mid-thigh, so like I have a hole in my like upper thigh, and it hurts like hell. So it's not feeling very good right now, because the numbing medication is wearing off, and now it just hurts like hell. So if I wince and I'm a little grimacy this video, I apologize, because this video is going to be a little bit intense, a little bit happy, a little bit sad, and it's going to be painful, like physically painful for me, just because my leg is hurting right now. But the vein ablation went fine. Like, everything went fine. It's just the after, he said you're going to be sore for the next few days, and I was after the first one last week. So luckily, a week from today is my last vein ablation. Then I just have injections for 6 weeks. So yay for that. Oh my god. Apparently coffee and a Pepsi Zero did nothing for me. Anyways, so thanking the older generation. So it kind of makes me upset when people, specifically in the LGBTQ community, say that like the older generation is gross or whatever. Like, I'm not talking about the older generation that like openly hits on the younger generation, and they're like, ew, that's creepy, that's gross, or whatever. But like, hear me out. Like, just hear me out from what I'm about to say. The older generations, like the people that have paved the way for us to be able to live the way that we are able to without fear of being killed, without being fear of being arrested. At least in the U.S., there are countries where you can still be killed for being gay, bi, lesbian, for your sexuality. There are still countries out there that in 2021 you can still be killed for your sexual orientation. You can be arrested. You can be stoned to death. There are countries out there that are still like that. We still have a ways to go with that. But I'm saying in the U.S. at least, there are, well, in a lot of countries, I think like 100, there's at least some law, this is an area where I should have done some research, but there is at least like some law in like 100 countries now that protects LGBTQ I swear this pain is really affecting me. LGBTQ rights in some way now. Things have come a long way. But the people that really paved the way for us to be able to live the way that we are able to, some of them literally died for the cause. Some of them were beaten, tortured, jailed. Like I said, some of them literally died for the cause. Many of them were not able to live openly and freely the way they wanted to, the way they deserved to. Some of them are in their 60s, 70s now and just finding love, or at least being able to express their love openly and honestly and being able to do it without fearing for their lives. And it's awesome to be able to see that warmth and that happiness come out of them finally for the first time in their lives. But it's so sad to think that they weren't able to experience that at like 20 years old like we are now. And for the people that say like, ew, I don't want like a 60-year-old guy hitting on a 25-year-old guy, just hear me out here for a second. Some people look at that as that guy is creepy and gross, and there are people out there that are flat out creepy and gross. But for some guys out there, because I have literally talked to some of these guys through Grindr. Sorry, that's in the past. I have deleted that app for a very long time, because it is just a trashy app. If you still use it, good on you. I don't knock it for the people that still use it. I just personally don't use it because I didn't meet a whole lot of good people on there. I actually made a couple friends on there that I still talk to, but they're friends. They're not what the app is used for. I never use the app for what it's used for. Anyways. Besides the point, I have talked to, and I'm talking to a girl now, so like that app does not mean anything to me. But anyways, I have talked to guys that are older than me, like way older than me, on that app, like in their 40s and 50s, and I have talked to them as people, like not as sexual objects, not as hookup connections, nothing like that. I have talked to them as people, and I've gotten to know them as people. And there's this one guy, what was his name? Rick. I talked to this one guy, Rick. We had actually talked for, I think, 3 months. And we never once said, like, oh, do you want to go out? Or do you want to, hook up or anything? It was just, we just had conversations. We just talked to each other like people. Hey, how's it going? How's your day? How's work? What's new? What do you like to do for fun? Like, we just talked like normal people. Because guess what? That's possible in the LGBTQ community. I don't know what the fuck is happening with my mouth right now, but it's not working. Shut up. I don't know what's happening with my speech right now. It's not working. Fuck you people that are making that into a dirty comment. Shut up. I don't know what's happening with my speech right now. It's not working. Shut up. But no, we had conversations that just were as people. Like, we just talked as people. And I remember we had conversations just like this, where he said, I have openly flirted with younger guys, and those guys have said, like, you're a creep, you're disgusting, you're a freak, get away from me. And he said to me exactly what I thought. And I actually put the words into his mouth before he even said them to me. And I said, is it because when you're younger you didn't feel like you could be freely talk to people your age at that age? So now you're kind of trying to like reclaim that youth that you weren't able to reclaim at that, or you weren't able to experience at that age. And for a lot of the older generation, that is the case. And I'm not, I wouldn't say a lot. I can't speak for the older generation as a whole, but I have talked to the older generation. I've talked to 50, 60-year-olds and actually talked to them as people, and they have told me this personally. I have personally, physically talked to them, and they have told me, like, it is hard to not want to talk to people that age and experience what it's like to talk to a 20-year-old, because I didn't get to experience that because I was busy trying not to get killed or beaten or tortured or arrested, back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever. And that really, really hit me hard, because I was like, I can't imagine what that was like to not be able to love the person you were with, like, openly and freely, to the point where now you're trying to, like, reclaim that. And I get it, and that's kind of why, like, I'm not really that disgusted, unless the guy is, like, openly, like, sending you pictures unwarranted. But, like, if he's just saying like, hey, you're really cute, I just like to talk to you at some point, like, as long as it's an innocent message, I'll message them back. Well, in the past I did. Obviously, like I said, the app has not been on my phone in like 8 months. But, like even then, like I haven't had the app on my phone for longer than 3 weeks in like 5 years. I used to just download it for like 3 weeks at a time just to see if those guys were on there. I know that sounds so weird, but I just liked those conversations because it was nice. It was refreshing to talk to people that were not just after ass and dick. Like, pardon my language, but just after ass and dick. It was just nice to talk to people that were just normal people that just wanted to have conversation and it was refreshing to talk to the older generation and just see what they went through, to hear what they went through. Not refreshing like, haha, cool, but like hear the pain and suffering they went through, just to know and appreciate what I get to experience today is eons better than what they went through, and just to thank them. Because each and every single one of those guys I thanked, because even though they may not have directly done anything to like directly cause something to happen to, you know, make me be, or to make us, to help us be freer, to be our freer selves, like the older generation is still responsible for paving the way for future generations to be freer with themselves. And it paved the way for my generation and just the generation just before us to be able to, like, you know, kind of pound home. That's kind of bad wording use, but like I'm trying to be serious here, so please don't make jokes here. Like, I mean, or, you know, whoever's watching this video, like, just try not to think like jokey jokes or like dirty jokes. Like just really pound home to everybody out there that like we are here, we are this is our sexuality. We are not gonna go away. Like, we can't change who we are, and like I am bi, I am proud, I am not going away. I'm gonna love whoever I'm with. If I fall in love with a man, I'm gonna fall hard for him, and like he is gonna be mine. If I fall for a woman, I'm gonna fall for that woman, and she's gonna be mine. Like, and I'm gonna be hers, like vice versa. And you know, if they're, you know, for pan people out there, asexual, bisexual, transgender, gay, straight, bisexual, whoever, we're all here. We're all human, and we're never going anywhere. So for you out there that think that you can change us by saying, follow Jesus, follow the Lord, you're all going to hell, repent, fuck all of you. We're not going anywhere. So just, if you think that you can change us by saying a few words, or by sending us to a conversion camp, or by saying some word, or by bullying us, or by torturing us, or whatever, we're not going anywhere, just like the older generation didn't go anywhere. The older generation fought through all the mud, through all the hardship, through all the fucking bullshit that they had to go through to make sure that we today are able to live a life where we are able to live freely and be able to express ourselves in ways that they were not able to. And I feel so bad that they weren't able to, but I thank them wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart that we are able to live more freely than they were. And that's not saying, like, you know, that's not bashing them, that's thanking them. Like, truly from the bottom of my heart, to anybody that's out there that's watching this video, the older generation out there, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. Because whether you know it or not, you're the reason. Whether you did anything directly, just by existing as a gay, bisexual, transgender, whoever you are, or whatever you are, whatever part of the community you are, just by existing in the community, you have helped us to be stronger and believe in ourselves and just exist stronger than ever before. So to all of the, you know, not even like that much older generation, just you know, 40 plus out there, truly thank you. Truly thank you. I don't know why my words are not working today. Sorry that I'm kind of mumbling and fumbling over myself. But as I've said in previous videos, I don't script any of these videos. I have a light here, I have a camera here, and I have my room. That's it. There's no script anywhere. My room is what I call a mess right now. There's just kind of things all over my desk, there's things all over my table, and my bathroom doesn't work right now, so all of my bathroom shit is in my room. So like all my soaps and shampoos and everything are all in my room. But like, I don't script any of these videos. I might have a topic in mind, but I wing every word of it. So when I say that I truly thank you, I mean that I truly thank you, because it's not scripted, it's not on a whiteboard, it's nowhere except in my heart, in my mind, in my soul, everything. So with every fiber of my being, with every fiber, oh, I just slapped the vein, ow, sorry. With every fiber of my being, oh, it hurt, yeah, it hurt. With every fiber of my being, I want to say thank you to everybody who's paved the way to us being able to live our lives more freely. Oh, that hurt a lot. And to all those that did directly, like, you know, with legislation or with marching or with whatever. And that's the other thing with like marching and parades. Like the gay pride parade is not like just a parade to like dance and take your shirts off and whatever and just, you know, show off your dicks and whatever. It's a parade to show pride in being able to show that we can express ourselves freely now and not hide it. Like, we don't have to hide it anymore. It's being able to show that we are able to show it. Like, you know, we were not able to do this even like 20, 30 years ago. It was not very as well accepted as it is today. So the Pride Parade is more so we're here and we're not going anywhere, and we're able to express it in a way that we're all out. We're all out and proud, and we are never going anywhere because we can't change who we are. And there's so many people out there who just think it's an excuse to just take our shirts off and just go dancing naked down the street, and that's not at all what the Pride Parade is for. You know, for how freely we are able to live our lives now compared to 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago is a nightmare and a half. It's absolutely unreal to think what the older generation had to go through me physically talking to them. I mean through an app, so it wasn't really verbally talking, but it was texting or whatever. It was definitely eye-opening. I have done my research on the topic as well in the past, but to actually talk to someone who's been through it was really incredible. And I encourage other people to look through the history of where we are, where we've come today, and where it's come from. Because to just know where we are today and not know how we got here, and just to think like, oh, screw those old people, we don't care about them. Screw all of you if you don't care about how we got here. Because how we got here is pretty incredible, because people literally died to get us to where we are today. So please thank the elders that got us to here. Please just don't ignore them. You know, there are legitimate creepy guys out there, but most of them just want to be loved and want to be thanked. And just want to be, just want to be noticed, because they haven't been noticed their whole lives. So just notice them, thank them, love them, like them, say hi to them, and just don't be an asshole. Just don't be an asshole. Love one another, alright? And I guess that's it for this video. Yeah, I have one more video next week in Pride Month, so I will try to keep it Pride related. Maybe it'll just be wrapping up Pride Month, and then that'll be it for Pride Month. I know I shouldn't just talk about Pride, 1 month a year, so I'll try to keep the topics going throughout the year. I think I pretty much do, but I'll keep it going throughout the year. But with that being said, everybody fight on, as I've kind of said this whole video. Fight on, and keep fighting through everything that you got going on. And love one another. Tell someone you love them today. If it's an elder, if it's your best friend, your mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, coworker, probably not your boss, that'd be a little creepy. But just, tell someone. Yeah. Have a great week coming up, and weekend coming up. And see everybody next Wednesday. Take care of yourselves, everybody.